Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a little lady that my viewers told me I had to buy. I just had to. There's no other way. So I did it. Okay, so this is Crissandre, and of course she was purchased with gems, so she's got all her slots open. She's a legendary, she's magic, and let's find a home for her. It's been a while since we put somebody over here. There's lots of spots open. So why don't we drop her right here? Okay, she can dance, and she knows how to kill an audience, too. Alright, so let's just pop out here, and let's check out a lot of random characters that somehow ended up in the name field. We'll find something better than that. Alright, this is Crissandre. She is, again, a legendary. She is magic. Appears to be hardened, 20%. Chance of resisting effects. Negative ones, that is. Power is not bad. Speed is also not bad as well. I don't see any buff taking place here, so I'm guessing these are legitimate numbers. Life isn't bad. Seems to be a little on the high side, so that's good. Probably going to be a decent number when we finish with. Let's take a look at some of these skills here, the starting ones. Okay, Desert Queen, low physical. And then Chain Breaker. Oh, moderate. We're going right to moderate. And that is a magic damage one. And of course, what we saw, the interesting dance there that ended up bad for the audience, was over 1001 nights. Okay, this is heals by 100%, possesses all enemies. Okay, I'm guessing that's what happens when she dances. They're all under her control. That makes sense. Alright, so let's go back here. Crissandre was a slave until one day her fury grew so strong that it gave her the magic power to break free of her chains, defeat her master, and liberate all other slaves under his oppression. She then summoned Jameer, a legendary sword that has stayed in her service ever since. We almost had a little bit of a run-on sentence there, although that first sentence was kind of long. Okay, so slave no more. Look out. Okay, that thing is... Do you get dizzy with that thing spinning around you? Or do you just kind of ignore it? Or I guess maybe it's also transport. Okie dokie. Anyway, so she's just a youngin' right now, so we need her up to her first evolution. That will be at level 4, so let's go. Okay, there she is. She's dangerous now, of course. That blade, is that grown or something like that? Because now it's actually bigger than she is. And she's got blades all over her. Don't mess with her. Okay. I don't know if you're empowering yourself doing that, but we're just going to continue. Because the skills begin at level 7, and that is where we're going. Sandy Punishment deals moderate magic damage. Okay, that's a good one. Damage is a good place to start. Damage is a good place. That's actually high moderate, so that's not too bad. Alright, let us continue to level 10. Jameer Claw. Deals moderate special damage, 50% chance of making target bleed. That makes sense. It looks sharp. Yeah, it looks very sharp. Bleeding makes sense. Alright, let's get on there to level 15. And her next skill, Family Protector. Removes all negative status effects. Okay, well, we'll just throw that in the beginning because I don't want to see it again. It's a good ability. It's just you like to see it with something else. That's all. So let's continue to level 20. Jameer Spirit. Deals heavy special damage. May make target bleed, requires cooldown. Okay, a little space in there would have been nice, just saying. But that's a good skill. That's a good skill. I'm going to put that in for Chain Breaker. That's pretty good for earliness, too. I mean, it's heavy special damage. It's actually on the high end of heavy, too. And it causes bleeding. That's pretty good, pretty good. All right, so let's get to 25 and her final evolution. And, of course, her next skill, which is Curse Cleaner. Deals heavy special damage, removes all negative status effects from allied team. See, that's better. That's better than this, because it does the same thing, and it does heavy special damage. Yeah, why not? All right, for the moment, why don't we throw that on the end? We'll have to see in terms of what she eventually gets, whether or not we keep it or not. And there she is, her final form. And that sword is really big. Just saying. The good part about it is she doesn't have to actually swing it. It just seems to swing itself. All right, let us continue because she's got more skills. And I want to see them. And level 30. Null advantage. Deals moderate magic damage, removes all positive status effects from target. Okay, so that is he hits and then you remove all stuff from him. And, well, we'll put it there. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is it does more damage and it has a thing. I doubt whether we're keeping that one. I really do. All right, let's continue to level 35. Timebreaker. Deals very heavy magic damage. Activates all cooldowns on enemy skills. That's nice. Yes, activating the cooldowns is a very... It's also very heavy damage, too, so... Ooh. Well, like I said, I'm probably not keeping that one, so... I'm not keeping that one! Yeah, so we learned very quickly I was right. So let us continue to level 40 and some more skills. And... Jameer Curse. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. May make all targets bleed. Removes all positive status effects from all targets. That's pretty... 2-round cooldown. That is pretty nice. That is pretty nice. And it says moderate, but, you know, it's just right on the border of heavy. You know what I mean? It's right on that border. I don't know if that's the final one that I won in the first spot. Well, let me think about this for a minute. That's a good single target hit. All right, I'm going to throw it here. If I have to make adjustments, I'll make adjustments. I'm just wondering whether or not that's the last one. It's a good skill, and I have no problem with it being in the first spot. So we'll have to see. But a 2-round cooldown, it's a little heavy on the stamina, but I don't really mind very much. Because, I mean, if you're going to do that one, it's going to end fights pretty quickly, you know what I mean? So let us continue to level 45. Null advantage. No, we decided we didn't want that one. No space for it. I don't know how many more skills are left, but we still got 3 opportunities to get them. So let's continue and see what else she's got. Lovely Touch. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies. May stun all targets. We're going to have to work that one in. Yes, we are. All right, let's think about this. Heavy special damage... Target bleed. Of course, the first one is making them bleed. That's something to keep in mind. This one is a bigger hit. It's got a larger cooldown. It's a bigger hit, but activating cooldowns can really shut some creatures down, you know? Heavy special damage removes all negative status effects from allied team. That can be very useful. It's also, again, a really heavy hit. It makes me wonder whether I need this one. Because this one... and this one are bigger hits. And one of them is magic, and one of them is special damage. So, do I need this one? Because I'm making them bleed here, assuming they can bleed. I don't think I need this one anymore. Because, again, bleeding, I'm already doing that here. And over here, I'm doing more damage. And... I don't need a 1-round cooldown because I have this one, which is a 1-round cooldown. So I think we're putting that one right there. Okay, I would be very surprised and actually concerned if she had any more skills because, frankly, I don't know where to put them. So let's go. Let's just take a look anyway. Okay, level 55. Okay, that's the one we just got rid of. It's a good skill. We just got better ones, that's all. And finally, level 60. That same one. No, I really have got better ones right now. Okay, so this is Crissandre, and my viewers were correct. She's very good, especially for a magic creature. She's got some stuff that you wouldn't necessarily consider to be on a magic creature. Kind of got some earth and metal stuff with the bleeding and the stunning. But let's just go right through it. First, we're going to step over here. Yeah, the life is not bad. Not bad at all, you know. 11.4 thousand is not bad at all. She turns out to be speedier, which you can understand. But, you know, I'm going to want damage on her. Just saying. Just saying. But speed is definitely not a bad thing at all. Okay, so anyway, let's take a step back. We're going to go through these skills one at a time. These are the ones that I chose. You may choose differently. I can't imagine in some cases, though. So anyway, let's look at the first one. This is Jameer Curse. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies. May make targets bleed. Remove all positive status effects from all targets. This is a pretty good skill. First of all, it says moderate special damage, but it looks like it's on the high end. It's a little high in the cost of stamina, but you know what? I don't really have a problem with that. So anyway, this is also on a 2-round cooldown, which is really nice. So it's going to do good damage. It's going to make them bleed, and it's also going to remove positive status effects. So if they got shields or regeneration or something, boom, just take it right off. So very nice skill indeed. All right, we have the next one here, Lovely Touch. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies, may stun all targets. This one, a little longer on the cooldown, but it is a stun, so you can kind of understand on that. Anyway, this one says moderate damage, not quite as high on the gauge as the previous one, but pretty good indeed. So between the two of them, you got a bunch of bleeding, you got some stunning going on. So there's definitely an argument for some speed on her for denial, because this one here is denial. And then we have this one here, Time Breaker. This is deals very heavy magic damage, activates cooldowns on target skills. All right, so what this means is it's going to activate the cooldowns on the other creature. So if the other monster has big skills that take 3 rounds or 4 rounds, all of a sudden those are going to be set, and they're not going to be able to do anything but charge. Now, if a creature has a 0 cooldown skill, which many do, then they're going to be able to use that. Otherwise, they're just going to be charging, and that is very effective against some creatures. The one that jumps to mind would be a Varuna. Basically, all the skills you're going to take at the end are at least 2-round cooldown, mostly more than that. So you'll just shut that one down. Very good skill. Also, I'm not forgetting, very good damage, too. Very good damage. And then we have the final one here. Curse Cleaner. Deals heavy special damage, removes all negative status effects from ally team. So, it's a 1-round cooldown. This one will let you use the other ones pretty well. Although, the first one with a 2-round cooldown really helps as well. I mean, she's rarely going to be in a position where she can't do something, you know? So anyway, this is, again, heavy special damage, removes all negative status effects from team. So it's a good, solid special damage hit, which means it's not going to be weakened, it's not going to be overly strong unless somebody uses some kind of another skill on it. But it will also remove all the bad things from your team. This could be bleeding, this could be stuns. If, you know, she actually is hardened, so she might resist a stun, and the rest of her team is stunned, well, she can just take them off with this. Very useful indeed. She's got a lot of good skills, and let's not forget this one, which is going to heal her by 100%, and it's also going to possess the enemies. So that's pretty good when that goes off, you know? That can really save a fight. Anyway, yeah, like I said, she's got damaging stuff. It's pretty hard not to put damage on her, isn't it? I mean, you know, this is almost high damage here. This is high moderate damage. This is very heavy damage. This is heavy damage. Really hard not to put damage on her. But you know what? I think I would also want a good solid speed on her too. Life isn't going to be a problem. Stamina, you might want to put her in a group with somebody who actually can do something about that. That first skill concerns me a little bit over the course of a long fight. But you know, if she's making everyone bleed, there may not be a long fight, you know? Especially if they try to put regeneration on, she can just take it right off. If her side gets poisoned or burning, she can just take that right off too. So, in the end, I wouldn't worry about that in terms of runes. Personally, myself, 2 good damage runes and as good a speed rune as you can. Because with the stuns, she's got some denial, and you could make an argument, though, of putting 2 speeds on her if you wanted to use her as denial for that first skill. But I see her more as a damage dealer. I definitely see her more as a damage dealer. So I'd go with 2 damages and a speed. So anyway, this is Crissandre, and she is really good. Yes, my viewers have very rarely steered me wrong, and in this case, they also did not steer me wrong at all. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.